Hey, hello everybody. This is our regular update of the progress in zerocracy and zold. I'm the CEO of Zerocracy, and I'll give you some news which happened over the last 2 weeks. The majority of news are related to the zold cryptocurrency, which we're working on right now, and which is a financial instrument for our platform for freelancers. The instrument which we hope is going to help us to manage all the finances in our platform and will attract investors on board and will attract the market to zerocracy as well. So first of all, we managed to solve a number of bugs which are related to our connection with blockchain.com, the website, the API, which helps us integrate zold web wallets with the blockchain, with the Bitcoin blockchain. And apparently the site is not as stable and is not as predictable as we hoped. And finally we decided that we have to move away from that API and implement our own adapter and get connected to the blockchain directly, to the Bitcoin blockchain directly. And that's what we're working on right now. It's not yet completed, but hopefully it will be completed next week. The next thing to announce is that the zold network, the network of nodes, grew quite a lot over the last 2 weeks, and now we have about 70 nodes there. We had like 16 or 17 2 weeks ago, now we have 70, so it's like 5-time growth, mostly because of the promotion we're doing, mostly because of the awareness which is growing among freelancers, contributors, volunteers. So the network is way bigger now than it was before, and thanks to that growth, a number of bugs surfaced. For example, one of them was related to the status of master nodes in relation to other nodes. The network got more nodes than before, and many of them got more strong than master nodes. So many nodes started to reject masters, and that's why some software stopped to work, because we pay more attention to masters when we do pull-push operations. We fixed that. Number 3, we implemented mobile API. It was possible to log into our web wallets only through GitHub logging, as you know. Now it's possible to use mobile phones. That's called mobile API, and a number of volunteers, thanks to that API, started to develop mobile wallets, mobile apps, which we didn't have before, and we still don't have them, but we have a number of versions from volunteers who are now experimenting with that, and we hope to see some working versions quite soon. That will also be helpful for the adoption of zold cryptocurrency among regular users. And I think it's a step forward in making the product more popular on the market. Point number 4 is the Callback API. So we made it finally possible for online shops and mobile shops to integrate with zold web wallets, and the way they integrate right now with the blockchain.com API, for example. So now they can just register in our Callback API a transaction search, a trigger, which will scroll the entire network of zold and catch some transactions when they show up, and then return callbacks to those who are waiting. Thanks to that API, any web shop who wants to accept zold as a payment method, the way they accept now PayPal or Bitcoin, they can connect to the Callback API, and they will get callbacks when some payments show up, and they will just give the products to their users. Point number 5, which is related to the Callback API, is that we created a so-called general ledger. You know, within zold cryptocurrency, we don't have general ledgers. We have individual ledgers in each wallet, but we created a system inside our web wallets, web application, which goes through the entire network, which scans the entire network, and finds all the transactions which is possible to find, and puts them in the general ledger, presents to end users the entire information of the entire network. That's helpful, and that was necessary to implement for the Callback API. Point number 6 is that I finally found time to publish a blog post about our legacy feature in our zold software, which implements immutability inside zold wallets, similar to the way blockchain does that, but I mean similar in the way it works for the end users, but very different in the way it is implemented. Anyway, if you're interested in more details, you can find the link in the show notes. And the final point is that we just a few days ago experienced the first in our life, in the life of a zold cryptocurrency, attack on us, and we had a bug in the software, and thanks to that bug it was possible to create fake transactions in some wallets, and we lost some coins but we didn't lose any money for some reason. We don't know why. So the attackers didn't do any financial damage for us, but they demonstrated that we had a bug. And we fixed the bug. It was really small, just a few lines had to be fixed. And the bug was introduced by myself just about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And the cause of the bug was that we didn't have enough unit tests, obviously, like it always happens. So the functionality was not covered completely, entirely, properly by unit tests. And that's why a little modification in the functionality was not caught by the unit testing safety net, and that's why the bug got delivered to production, and we had a huge risk of losing money, and we lost some coins, we lost some digital money, but we didn't lose any real money. Luckily for us, that was the first attack in our history of the last 9 months of lifetime of zold cryptocurrency. It's interesting, we had it all live, it happened on the night time, so we woke up in the morning, we saw that, we got almost a heart attack, and then we realized that the money, the bitcoins and the cash is still in place. Long story short, we fixed the bug, we're looking forward to new attacks, obviously, of course, they will happen, so we get ourselves prepared, and in order to prepare ourselves better, we introduced a set of limits in our web wallets for new customers, for people who want to convert zolds to bitcoins. Certain limitations will be applied, and we're not going to allow more than certain amounts of zolds to be converted per day, per week, per month. That will help us to prevent or to fight against potential attacks and to minimize the damage. Of course, we're not going to be able to avoid and completely get rid of those attacks. We need them. They will happen. We want to see them because that's how we improve the network. That's how we make it better. That's how we introduce new unit tests. That's how it works. The more attacks come in, the stronger we become, but we don't want to lose a lot of money on each attack. So we are ready to lose a few $100s on each, a few attacks, but we don't want to lose everything. So that's why the limitations. Hope our customers will understand that. Some of them complained, some of them understood. So we will definitely continue to keep those limits in place in order to protect ourselves and protect our customers. So that's it for this last 2 weeks. Stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. I think that the overall progress is quite good, technically speaking, and software development wise. We're looking for new projects. We want you to come to us and work with us. If you have some project which needs to be developed and you need a team of freelancers and you want to work in a freelance mode where you pay for results and you work with people who get money for results they deliver, then come to us, get on board. We're going to build you a team of freelancers and everything will be fine. I hope so. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.